In April 1997, an unexpected roller coaster accident occurred in Tulsa, Oklahoma at an amusement park. Patrick Kurek, a 14-year-old teenager, lost his life due to this horrific tragedy together with 6 other innocent people being severely injured. Let's go back 26 years to April 20th, 1997, when guests are thronging to the Bells Amusement Park in Tulsa to take advantage of the 25-cent rides and festivities of the season opening offer. Due to the inclement weather, the offer was extended even though the park had already opened a week earlier, making this the ideal weekend for thrill seekers to visit and play. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, it was a nice spring evening. The weather was pleasant, the flowers were in bloom, the trees were greener, and outside activities were in full force. At Bells Amusement Park, April 20th was a day filled with pleasure and excitement, but for one family, it was a day that would forever alter their lives. A 14-year-old youngster, Patrick advanced to the Wildcat roller coaster line as the sun fell and the day's thrill came to an end. Patrick, who was born on August 29, 1982, was a lovely kid with a tendency toward mischief. Patrick and his family frequently went to the Bells Amusement Park, given that they were native Oklahomans, and it was located in Tulsa's Expo Square, a section of the Tulsa State Fairgrounds in that state. The boy couldn't stop thinking about the fun he was going to have at the park and all the attractions he was going to ride. Patrick was the kind of youngster who aspired to conquer his fears. He summoned the fortitude to overcome his fear of roller coasters just 1 week before his catastrophic tragedy. He previously rode the Wildcat and thoroughly enjoyed it. And when he went back to Bells Amusement Park the following time, he was ready for more. He was resolved to get over his anxiety of the ride. Ready for the ride of a lifetime, he boarded and settled into the front seat. Yet he had no idea that his fate had already been decided. Around 6 o'clock in the evening, a ride car on the Wildcat roller coaster experienced a failure that caused it to crash back down the slope and into another ride car. Assistant Tulsa Fire Chief Harry Baker said this caused a safety concern. According to eyewitnesses, the 14-year-old child in the front car was thrown and apparently banged his head on one of the ride's metal bars. On the spot, he passed away. 6 additional passengers in the 2 vehicles were transferred to local hospitals. Their names were withheld by the authorities. A 35-year-old man and his 3 daughters, aged 12, 9, and 3, received treatment at St. John Medical Center before being discharged, according to a hospital spokesman. According to hospital spokesperson Lisa Ingram, 2 additional 14-year-old boys were injured internally and externally and were sent to St. Francis Hospital in serious condition. The roller coaster has single cars that can hold 4 people apiece and runs on a metal track. Its highest point is thought to be roughly 4 floors tall. When the incident occurred, Kurt Vitense of Tulsa was on the platform getting ready to board the Wildcat. When Vitense looked up after hearing a strange noise, he saw that the front car was moving backward. They hit really hard, but I couldn't tell if the passengers in the car even understood what was happening. What was in charge of the occurrence? Was it as a result of the roller coaster's mechanical malfunction? One could argue that the ride had not been adequately maintained to support the weight, which caused it to collapse back down. However, the Wildcat and all of the other attractions in the park have just undergone inspections, according to Tom Monroe, Director of Safety Standards for the State Labor Department. Monroe claimed that the checks were standard procedure for the department prior to an amusement park's season opening. So precisely how did the awful event that claimed his life and injured 6 others take place? What led to it, and who was blamed after everything was said and done? It was not the only accident that took place at Bells Amusement Park. In 1978, 2 persons were harmed on the Wildcat ride when one of the vehicles collided with other vehicles that were parked on the track. James D. Barnes's right knee was fractured, while Martak Sanzalone, who was 22 at the time, sustained a broken wrist. Sanzalone eventually filed a lawsuit against Bells, and the jury awarded $28,800. According to reports from the time, it was the 3rd incident of this kind to occur on the Wildcat since 1976, and at least 4 people were hurt. A 19-year-old Bells employee perished in a 1976 fatal fall from the theme park's Sky Ride, which is modeled after a ski lift. Trying to cross Expo Square while hanging from one of the ride's empty cars, James Bennett reportedly fell, according to reports. Another 9-year-old boy's leg was fractured on the spinning ride Bells Incredible Roundup in 1980. It appears like the boy's leg got stuck outside the ride's vehicle. A Sapulpa woman was hurt in a mini roller coaster accident in 1991 at the Tulsa State Fair when the ride jumped its tracks. A Tulsa hospital treated and then released 36 years old Jesse K. Swindell. What do you think about the mishaps occurring at Bell's amusement park? Is it the result of the authorities' negligence, or did it merely happen by chance? After hearing all of this, will you still be willing to ride a roller coaster? Please share your thoughts in the comment area below. Visit our channel to access more pertinent content. Thank you for watching. Observe caution and stay safe. Until the next video, goodbye.